How we doing? Yeah, so here we are, the long-awaited return from our bit of a hiatus. I fully blame Adam. Adam, this way, this way.
Yeah. Whichever way that is.
I fully blame Adam. I am never to blame for anything, so there's that. But no, Adam's been really, I feel like, going through quite a bit with your new house. So yeah, it's been exciting. But Happy New Year, everybody!
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Thanks for showing up.
And I fully take onus of us being delayed getting back from the new year. The new house, it's going good. I mean, we're like 85% moved in. We kind of had to pause the move-in process because, well, we started with just like a little repair of this back window, adding some flashing to it. And once we tore into that, it turned into like three-quarters of the wall back there needing to be replaced. Um, and
And
then,
it's historic, right? Like historic. You got historic measures in there.
yeah, right. The house is built like 1925, so it's like the windows that are in there, we can't just rip them out and put whatever we want. Like we'd have to
Right.
go through. So we had to take all measures possible to save the window. And they're like
Jeez.
double hung, so they've got like weights in the side of the window. I mean, they're cool windows.
Right.
We really
Right.
like them, but um, yeah.
Yeah. It just adds to the extravagance, though. I feel like of the headache of now home ownership for you. I feel like.
It was a big welcome to, yes, this everything you're dealing with is your problem and nobody else's. Welcome
And
to
no
home
one
ownership.
cares either.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Well,
you missed the Anaheim show.
oh
Everybody
man.
was asking about you there.
Yeah, that was one of the deals. Also, was you know, if moving process had went like it should have, I Heather was going to be nice enough to cut me loose on Saturday, so I could have went to hang out with everybody. But we were in the thick of it, and yeah, so I had to stay here.
One
So
thing led to another, and there you were, being
yeah.
being too cool, right? Being too cool for all of us at the reptile show.
All right, the truth is now out. I mean, I feel like I'm way above all the people at the reptile show, and so you know.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Us little people, us little people just hanging out at those reptile shows.
Oh man. No, I wanted to be there. You know, I love seeing everybody's stories. So thank you guys for kind of like allowing me to be there, but not be there, right?
Right, right.
Oh man, but yeah, thanks everybody for joining tonight. I mean, we really appreciate you all. I know Joel and I, you know, we don't always express our appreciation, but we're happy that you guys are sticking with us and joining our live show, man.
Yeah, I mean, in a sea of, I feel like a lot of like interview podcasts have kind of popped up, and there's a lot of stuff kind of going on in that arena. It's super grateful for everybody to stick it out with us and show up here on this Wednesday, especially when we take these like long hiatuses like that. But we try to like break it up a little bit to kind of like break it down into seasons so that the eventual categorization will like I don't know like flow together and we can build like playlists and stuff like that. So and it also gives us an opportunity to do new lightning round questions. So Adam and I were talking about the lightning round question, and we think we're gonna let y'all choose one of our lightning round questions. So we're gonna do a poll on Instagram and let a voting system kind of take place, and then have everybody come out and maybe decide what one of the lightning round questions are. So if you want to throw out some ideas right now, I mean, more the merrier right now in chat.
Yeah.
I'm sure this can get kind of crazy real fast.
We'll say like PG-13 rated, totally
Right, right, right,
cool.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, we
And as we found earlier, maybe gender neutral. That was kind of funny with Gobbles Reptiles. But,
Oh man, yeah. So look forward to hearing these crazy suggestions from the group out there. It'll be
yeah.
fun, definitely.
And Austin, yeah, my synchronized Nick jumped on chat there and let everybody know that's my synchronized swimming trophies. up there. It's not as easy as it looks to swim in sync with other people, so I just want you all to know that.
And you won that like 6 months ago, right?
6 months ago, yes, yeah. I
So-
have custom Speedos and a custom skull cap that goes along with it. I'll be posting those pictures as well soon.
No, nobody wants to see the Speedos.
Boxers or briefs, I wear the thong.
So do you have your State 48 logo on your Speedos
Yeah. It's just the snake and cactus though.
up front?
Yeah, up front.
As long as we're painting a good picture for everybody. So, and you said you made sure that they're white, right? So
Yeah. I didn't know Speedos came in a different color. That's the thing.
That's awesome.
And my makeup did look good. They have waterproof makeup now, so what can you do?
You're such a good sport, Joel. Such a good sport.
I feel like we kind of have like a couple announcements tonight. Obviously, our biggest announcement is going to be our next guest, which we're super excited for. But before we get to that, Adam and I have finally gone down the process of getting this actually put together and put on a podcast format. So we kind of just have a couple more hoops to jump through. That was actually sort of the delay. We wanted to like come back live and really like announce that. So since it just hasn't been really working in our favor, we decided to just kind of go live and then just make the announcement that it will be up soon. So we're super excited for that because I think podcast is like a really cool format so that you don't have to drain your maybe battery life on your phone, having like just YouTube up and the video going and stuff like that. So I don't know, I'm super excited for that. And I think that's going to be, a really cool thing for us to get involved with.
Dude, for sure. I think podcast format's good. For everybody that does not have YouTube Premium, which I canceled my subscription. You can't.
Did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just I watched all of the Karate Kid, and it wasn't
You're
worth
kinda over
it. Yeah, and buying the house, I couldn't justify like $8 to just not a month to or whatever it is. I think
For kind of nothing.
Yeah, for like no ads on shows.
Right, yeah. No, I get it though. I mean, that was I did the YouTube has a YouTube TV, and I tried that out for like 7 days or whatever, just to watch like the playoff games because it was a 7-day free trial for football, and it was actually pretty cool. Like they had literally everything on there, but it was like $60 a month, and that just seems like I just signed up for another cable bill. So I kind of just was like, maybe not. So,
you stuck with cable.
Yeah. So it was cool though. I really do like YouTube. I think it's such a cool platform. I don't know, brings everybody together. It's really cool to obviously go live, but it just brings so much to the table. I just think I spend more time watching YouTube than I do real TV, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, I put a lot of YouTube on. Like, shoot, I had to concrete pour the garage, and I spent a couple days researching how the heck to do that, and then thankfully had some buddies that knew what they were doing. Locally in Pierpont, not Miguel or his brother or
right.
Oh yeah, but yeah, these dudes locally. So they pulled it through, man, and they came and helped me big time, and we knocked it out in a couple days. So hard work, those guys. Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube man. YouTube University. I'll tell you what, I've learned so much stuff on YouTube. It's unreal. I don't know why we pay all these professors all this money when all it's just on the YouTube.
It's on YouTube, right? I totally agree.
Star Wars, Austin's on Star Wars and YouTube channels. Yeah, I just finished Mandalorian, so that was kind of cool.
I haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty cool.
Yeah? I'll have to watch it. I like the Star Wars. I'm a big Trekkie fan, though, too.
Yeah. Star Trek's cool. They're coming out with a Bricard? What's the...
Picard?
What is it?
Picard,
yeah. They're coming out with that.
Yeah.
That should be cool.
That should be a good one, yeah. And then most recent was the Star Trek Discovery on TV. That was pretty good, too. Right. Yep. YouTube University only second to Dr. Google.
Yeah, Dr. Google.
I'm dying. Yeah.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
What's going on, James? Nice to have you here, man.
Yeah. So hey, what did you see at the Reptile Super Show that was super cool?
Um, I will be honest. Um, I felt like I spent more time socializing than looking at reptiles. But I will say, and I think this would be Nick from Renowned would agree that the coolest thing I saw there was at John's Jungle. They had a Bell's Phase lace monitor, like
Oh,
a baby. Um, Dude, that thing was awesome. Nick actually got to hold it there for a little while, and I know this is going to sound crazy, but it was pretty cheap too. I think it was only, and this is where it's going to sound crazy. I think it was only like 5,500 or something like that. But for like a Bell Phase lace monitor, the cheapest I've ever seen is 10 grand. So
right,
it was gone, dude. It was gone. Like we saw it and we came back because I wanted to get like video of it, and it was gone. So
right, right.
someone else knew that that was cheap too.
Heck yeah. Do you remember who had that? That's
It was
amazing.
John's Jungle.
Oh, it was John. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
He had a bunch of cool stuff there. I thought actually,
John,
he had some
man,
really cool
he does.
monitors.
Yeah, monitors. He, works with a lot of ball pythons also, but he's got like a big collection of womas, black-headed womas.
Right, right.
Let's see what else he's got. John, like I had the opportunity to stop into a shop down in Orange County, and he's got some really really cool stuff there. One of these
Yeah,
days, got to get him on there. Maybe I'll drive down or something, and
yeah. That would be really cool. He's a really nice guy too.
yeah, John is.
Yeah, Renowned. It was 4,500. It was
Wow,
super cheap, super cheap. So
that is super cheap.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
really cool. That's been like, I can't remember her name on Instagram, but she has a Bell's Face lace monitor, and dude, she works with that monitor so much, and just like sold me on just like the interaction and how smart, and then the size of the lace monitor is not the size of like a Varanid. Like the even like the Black Dragons are get really big.
Right.
Those lace monitors don't seem to get as big as even Black Dragons. So that size seemed like a cool size also, but they're crazy expensive. So
Yeah, I mean, and that's always been my drawback of the monitors is, I mean, I know how big they get, and
yep.
I only have two bedrooms in this house. So I don't think I could dedicate one of them to it.
Right.
But Heather's shaking her head off to
Yeah, there goes my room. Where am I gonna stay? I guess I could just sleep in there with it.
Yeah, right, man. Forget that. I'll be missing some fingers in the morning.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Um, but yeah, the OFY gene, Randy had that there. That was really cool. Got to
Yeah.
film that a little bit. I mean, obviously that gene's awesome. It was crazy though. He had, I can't exactly. I think it was. My point is I there was he had a 3 gene snake there with OFY in it.
Mhm.
But I actually preferred. I think it was just lesser OFY. I think it was lesser. I just thought it like I think it was like pastel lesser OFY maybe, and then just the lesser OFY, and I think I actually liked the just OFY lesser more.
Awesome. Right.
And then obviously that clown that he showed on here was there as well, and that thing's crazy. That thing's so cool, man.
Dude, yeah, I like the OFY gene. Randy's showed me some pictures throughout the years, and I'm happy he's now sharing and putting out a little more of
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Uh, because he's done it the right way, which I thought was very respectable about running the project,
yep,
right? He's
yep.
figuring it out. Yeah, he's made some combos, but he also started from, normals and single
Mm-hmm.
genes,
Mm-hmm.
just so he could see what was going on. So once he decides to sell some of it, I can't wait. I'll probably I love cleaner genes, and this seems to be a little bit of both though, cleaner and some pattern changing,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
not as like significant of a pattern changer as like clown or some of the others, but I think it's helping with the
Right, right. Yeah, Daniel's saying he's in just for the acronym. But yeah, it is really cool how he did that. And I was talking to him when he was going to start to release some of those snakes, and he was thinking maybe shortly. But he touched on like a cool subject too with that, like doing it right. He was like, I haven't really put it to anything crazy yet because I really wanted to figure out the project. And he said that this coming season was the year he was going to say, okay, let's make something wild with this. So he's going to start pairing it with more and more genes to kind of get some just wicked going. And I think it's going to blow some minds with that.
I think so too. Yeah, I really do think so also. And I like that he kind of ran it like that. So we're getting to see some of the basic things, right? And that leaves the pathway open for when he decides to release some, investors have some avenues to take that aren't already explored, right?
Right,
And
right. Yeah,
that's
and
part of the fun of it too.
that's you got to think about that too. This isn't just you. This is also potentially the market you're going to sell to, and people don't want to buy into a project that's already been maxed out. Arguably you can't really max anything out these days. How many genes there are out there, but it's cool that he hasn't done anything too crazy with that, and that's something I like about puzzles. Also, is there isn't just insane combos. A lot of them out there, so that's always something to think about when you're buying in on something. Also,
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, definitely. Look what's been done and where you can take it maybe a little different. So,
right.
yeah.
Small Town's talking about too. Chase from Designer Reptiles.
Yeah.
They had a new gene that kind of popped out through one of his imports. Dude, a it almost looks like a hidden gene Woma spider that is just a
Interesting.
single gene. Like it's so wicked looking, and it just kind of popped out, and
Huh.
he's just scratching obviously the surface on that. But he had that at the show, and that thing was wild looking, man. I don't know. It's hard because a lot of these new genes lately are super subtle, right? This was one of those that's obviously something different. Like anybody could pick that snake up and look at a normal and be like, these two are completely different from each other. So that's crazy when you find something like that.
That yeah. And that's the type of morph that like people will run to get. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because we have so many that are very, very similar. It's
Yep.
almost kind of like, are they the same or not?
Right. Right.
Yeah, so it's nice seeing that. Well, shoot, I'm gonna have to hit up Chase and see what's going down over there.
Yeah,
So
it's pretty cool. I have a little segment on the video, or it's on my Instagram. Sorry, of it. I took like a little cell phone video of it and threw it up there, and it's wild, man. You should go check that. I'll send it to you
yeah,
after
please
this.
do. Yeah, I've totally been like void of most social media contact and other things, kind of, you know.
Yeah, trying to take care of business, stuff like that.
Yeah,
I respect
but I
that.
can't wait to share with you guys. Once the reptile room gets set up, then, well, for one, I'll be doing these interviews out in there, and I'll have all the animals with me. It'll be cool.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah,
yeah, I'm
I probably should
excited.
have filmed this process, but I didn't.
Yeah, you definitely should have. That'd have been cool. Get some time lapses in there. But to make things more complicated than they need to be with filming sometimes is it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it.
Yeah, it's one of those, and it's not part of my regular day yet. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
Cusco does a really good job at just integrating it into his regular day.
yeah,
I just haven't
absolutely.
mastered that yet. So, but dude, it's already 21 minutes into it, and we haven't even said who's going to be on the show.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
need
So I
we need to
guess
tell people.
it's time. It's time,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So no one. We're not gonna. Okay, just kidding. Next week's show, super excited for this. We're having another non-American on this show, which is I don't know why we're doing that, to be honest, but we will be having 514 reptiles on our show. Khalil has decided to make the jump over here to Reptiles Unplugged, and I'm super excited for that. He has some pretty incredible animals that I feel like I feel like he is just starting to show off how cool some of the stuff he has. I know he's doing some cool stuff with like Blackhead, and he just printed out some shirts, and he made his like he got his new logo set up, and I love that new logo. I don't know, I'm excited for it. I got a chance to meet him at the Tinley show last year, I guess, in
Yeah,
October.
Yeah.
Great guy. Really, I feel like has like a really good plan, and like plans out projects, and is I don't know. I just think he's doing everything right. So I'm excited to have him on the show. I think it'll be really cool to get his insight. He's another I feel like newer guy in the industry, so it's always exciting to get people's perspective that jump in and like invest heavy and I don't know talk about stuff like that. I guess.
Yeah, for sure. And so 514 has been one of our longtime viewers also, and it's nice like getting somebody in that's going to give us a perspective of kind of what they've been seeing out there so far, what their plans are. Yeah, I think it's going to be awesome, man.
Yeah, and he's from Canada. That's why I say non-Americans. So it's also cool getting like anybody that's not here, all the time, like insights into their shows and how they work. Even though I feel like the Canadian shows have almost become almost like local shows at this point for us as well. But I guess we've never been to one, but seen a bunch of them.
Had to bring it up.
Yeah. This year, 2020. 2020 is our year. Yeah, he is in chat. So say hi. Obviously, he's always here, but excited to have him on, man. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a cool show. He said he was a little nervous, so be sure to harass him quite a bit when he gets on the show.
Anything you guys can do to drive the anxiety level up prior to the show.
Absolutely. We can ask him intricate math questions if you want, like really specific, long shot, 4 recessive gene questions, stuff like that, just to make sure he's comfortable,
Oh, no. It's going to be a good show. I can't wait.
Yeah, it should be fun. It should be a lot of fun.
Exactly.
Any Americans want to adopt me, he's in.
But it's American. I don't know.
American? Yeah, what is an American? I don't know. Sketchy.
Sketchy sounds. Oh,
Sebastian Bach is Canadian.
No, it's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Good show. I'm excited for sure. So you guys make sure we get some really hot fire round questions. So that way, we can
bring those fire round questions. You can DM Reptiles Unplugged on Instagram or throw them on here, and we'll try to jot them down. But we're going to try to throw out like a poll and kind of get everything dialed and pick out some obviously really stupid ones. And lucky, Khalil will be the first ones to answer them.
Yeah, we'll just test it out on Khalil. Yeah. If they're no good, then sorry. We'll just we'll get next plan. So.
Right. Yeah. How do you milk a moose? That is a good question.
Are they milkable?
I don't know. I think anything with a nipple is milkable, right?
I don't know. Are you milkable, Joel?
I don't know. If I produce milk, maybe. I think that's the other criteria. It has to produce milk.
It has to be milkable.
An almond is milkable. So
no. That's all fake, man. Fake news.
Fake
Almonds
news.
Do not produce milk.
Fake news.
Fake news. Oh man.
South Canada. Yeah, Marshall's up there pretty north, obviously.
Yeah, Marshall might as well just be Canadian. He's so far north.
That's fair. Okay, I'll give it to him. That's fair.
Yeah, we'll just have to, say that part of the country. Sorry, guys, too cold.
Way too cold. He posted a picture the other day, and I feel like if I remember right, it was like -13, and I was just like, nope, not a fan. Not okay with that.
Yeah,
that's gross.
I see that on my freezer. When I go to my refrigerator, I don't need that outside when I'm walking around.
Yeah, he literally you would have to heat your food to keep it nice. Like your refrigerator is hotter than inside or outside. That's crazy.
You probably save a lot of money though because you just unplug your fridge and move it outside, leave
Right?
the door open.
Yeah.
So,
But what's the difference?
it's the difference.
What is the difference?
Oh man, I'm such a spoiled Californian. If it gets outside of 70, 75, we're complaining
Yeah.
it's too hot, cold.
Too cold. Yeah, too hot, too cold. Yeah. It's not in that sweet spot. Not a fan. Yeah, but that's Arizona right now. Arizona's perfect. It's let's see, what's the temperature outside right now? 60 degrees at night. So,
Ooh, that is perfect out there.
dude, it's great. It is
Yeah.
great right now. That'll change. That'll definitely change. But I like the
That's
hot more than the cold. So.
chat's taking a turn from the worse
Oh
with
yeah.
all
Yeah.
milk talk.
Yeah. Elk milk.
It's organic though, don't worry about it.
It is organic, man. That
all you
they
need.
charge you double at Whole Foods for that.
Yeah, you're paying for just organic goodness, man.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely twice the price. Speaking of Canada, Matt Byram is or Matt Byram.
Matt Byram.
What's up, Matt? I feel like this is an imposter, though.
He is.
This was an imposter, Matt.
Closet Canadian.
So Joel, did you pick up anything from the show?
I did. I picked up a couple things, but I feel like actually, yeah, one of them is out. So I'm gonna pull that out really quick.
Awesome, dude. Super jealous. Again, I have to live vicariously through you guys.
It's rattling.
Uh-oh. Isn't that Mexican, Marshall's?
So I got my first venomous snake. Really excited about it. But here it is. All right, here, wait. Wait a second. There we go. So I got a tricolor hognose, dude.
Dude, awesome.
Thing is so cool, man.
Yeah.
She ate her, it's a female. She ate her first day-old pinky is what it is. You got to get
Sweet.
pinkies that are born and then taken the day they're born because she's so small.
Dude, that's crazy.
But,
Yeah. Okay.
dude, I like coral snakes are like the coolest snakes to me. And this thing looks obviously like super similar to a coral snake minus the yellow. And I really like the milk snakes too, but I love like the hognose face. I think is so cool. So I get like 3 snakes in one here, really, for me. So in a world of pythons around here, we finally have a colubrid. So I'm excited.
So what's the saying? Red touches yellow, kills a fellow. I think
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah, red on black, friend of Jack.
Yep. There you go. You're in the clear, man. You're
Yeah,
good.
You're in the clear. I'm in the clear. Red on black. Yeah, so I'm pumped on this little girl. She's really cool. Just obviously a pet. I don't really ever have any intention of breeding them, but you know, who knows?
I was going to ask you. Yeah, no intention, just kind of pet, getting used to the species.
Yeah. I've just always wanted one, sorry, and they don't take up a ton of room, obviously, so that's really cool. And I was thinking about doing like a bioactive enclosure or something cool for it as like a display or something. I don't know. So
That'd be cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. Yeah, she's cool. I think I'm gonna name her Rogue because she is the only one of her kind here, kind of a rogue around here. So it's fitting
Yeah.
as well. But yeah, saw it here first. Reptiles Unplugged.
Yeah, wow. Amazing. Amazing. Can you take a bite? Let's see. You'll have to post when you get nipped by her, see if you swell up or not.
Right, yeah. And knowing my luck, I will be completely allergic. I'll need to go to the hospital. I'll get an EpiPen. Like, it's going to be a whole thing, I'm sure. So.
The one person in America that, like.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be studied after that. Like, it's It's gonna be a whole thing.
Oh, man. But nice pickup, dude, and pretty cool that you went with the tricolor because there's, with the hognoses, there's quite a few different colorations now that are cool. Uh,
Yeah, yeah,
I,
they
I
are.
really just like their albino line and stuff like
Right.
that. It's real pink. Yeah.
I actually watched a an old video of Dave Kaufman's. I can't even remember who he went and visited, but it was like he like is the innovator, or he was like the creator of the like Arctic gene and Anaconda and like all this
Mhm.
stuff, Um, and so they were touring his whole facility, and those hog noses just kept just slowly just biting him, And I was just like, these things are so funny, man. They think everything's food. It's just goofy, but
Yeah, the hognose. I don't have any of that species, but definitely one
oh
that's on the bucket list. I think they're cool.
yeah, they're super cool. And I forgot to say too, scales, fins, and feathers.
Josh, yeah.
They had another. He was another cool animal I saw there. Had these crocodile skinks, dude, that
I
were
like
like
those.
tiny. They were like
Yeah,
babies, dude, and they were so pretty. He showed me those actually while I was getting the hognose from DM Exotics, so that was
yeah.
really cool.
Randy's got a number of those now. I think he's got a little breeding colony of those. The red-eyed crocodile skinks.
Right, those things
Yeah,
are wicked,
those
man.
guys.
Those are
They're
really
super
cool.
cool. Yeah, I'd like to. Shoot, man, I've got so many species on my list of. I'd like to have that. I'd like to have that.
Right, yeah, yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
I should be winning the lottery tonight, so
awesome.
when I do, we'll just build a big facility. Everybody can move here, and we'll just have everything we want. And then
We
we'll
can
charge a little
compound.
admission to come to our massive zoo that we build.
the the weirdest compound in Arizona, just a bunch of reptile people. Like
Easily, easily the weirdest compound in Arizona, and that's saying a lot because there's some weird
that's
people
that's
here.
yeah, they got polygamists and stuff out
Yeah,
there.
yeah, we have like weird hillbilly stuff going on around here, man. So, what can you do?
That's too funny. Oh man.
Okay, so for anybody that hasn't heard the news, 514 Reptiles next Wednesday, same time, same place, except in the future. And super excited to have him on. I think it's going to be a great show. Be sure to be tuned in for that. He said he's awfully nervous, so maybe we'll go easy on him, but I'd like to think we won't. So let's just.
He's gonna do great. He shouldn't
No,
be.
he is. Yeah, I
It's
told him
yeah,
that. Yeah,
yeah,
it's fine.
exactly. It's gonna be good because hey, it's all about just getting together, talking about some animals we love, having some fun. You know,
Yeah, yeah, it should be good.
people rip on us and chat. Love
Yeah,
it.
exactly. And that's what I told him. I was like, well, you have to understand that Adam and I are on the show, and we are the ones that will be harassed for sure. So you don't have to really worry about much. And if anything, it will definitely be me. So we're good enough, right?
Right? I think so. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Cue the banjo music. Yeah, yeah, no kidding. Um, Well, we're kind of at that 35-minute mark. Don't want
Yep.
to go too long here when it's just Adam and I.
Yeah, maybe bounce some questions to chat since it's just been a couple weeks.
Yeah, I don't know if anything's going on.
Yeah,
How's everybody's seasons going? I feel like it's in the heat of it now. Everybody's getting those pairings done. I've been seeing some cool locks on everybody's Instagram. So, yeah, yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. I think this is gonna be a good year for everybody. I have high hopes that 2020 is gonna bring it for us.
I hope so too. I hope I didn't shoot my season in the foot with this move, but even if so, whatever. There's always next year.
There's always next year. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But how about you, man? Do you have any pairings that you're setting up right now that you're super anticipating?
So I posted I did a collaboration with Predator BP a while
Hmm.
ago, with like a secret pairing for. I was just going to show his channel, but it's not working out. So I have changed gears a little bit.
Okay.
So I have a leopard. I have a fire yellow belly clown that if anybody's been paying attention, I guess on Instagram, it's got to be het for pied. Has this big old ringer on it. Like, it's got to be heifer pied. And so we're going to prove that out this year. So I'm pairing that with my pastel highway het pied. So I am hoping to hit maybe a fire pastel highway pied het clown. So
Awesome.
I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
He has figured out how to breed 2 other girls, but he has not quite figured out her yet. So
Okay.
I still have faith that he will get the job done. But that's probably like a cool, I feel like, not very common breeding that's kind of going on over here. So long odds, obviously, but super excited for it nonetheless. At worst, nothing's going to be normal, so that's good.
Yeah, exactly right. You get that's always a positive.
Yeah.
And then Nick was kind of throwing out some clues there. You got something else up the show that should help you prove something kind of cool, I think, right?
Oh yeah. I guess I could pull her out too, really quick. Let's see. So I have everything in here for my quarantine room now. It's just snakes are everywhere in the house. But snagged this proven breeder here, pastel ivory female. Gonna pair her up with that what I know to be gravel pied, but you know, you gotta proof is in the pudding, so you gotta prove it out. But she's a really pretty ivory.
She's a pretty big girl too,
especially if you're working the yellow belly complex with the gravel. It's a necessary snake to have to prove out all those gravel projects and stuff like that. So super excited to get her up in the lineup, and we will hopefully prove out that male to be a gravel. Dude, super excited, because if he proves out to be gravel, then we have gravel pinstripe pieds here. We have a super gravel pied here. We have there's some cool stuff that I'm just not certain on being gravel at the moment, even though I'm certain, I guess, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Right? You're as certain as you can without the breeding proof.
Right.
And if that proves out right there, holy cow, that's going to be amazing for you. And she's big. She's good size. That's cool.
And then also, I guess, just to keep the ball rolling, this girl's now in shed, but picked up a gravel pied female at the show. So just a guaranteed gravel, even though I think I have it already. I just wanted that guarantee.
Man, and if he proves out gravel, you could go for super gravel pied stuff. Whoa, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So I'm super excited to prove him out this year. And I've been looking for an ivory for so long, and opportunity arose. So I snagged it.
And that came from Sterling, right?
Yep, Sterling, yeah. Sterling, I think Sterling Nelson, I believe.
Yeah, Sterling Nelson Reptiles, I think is his name.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, Sterling produces some pretty cool animals. If you guys are ever at some of the shows here in California, stop by his table. He's always got really cool stuff over there.
Yeah. He has some unique animals. He has some really high-end stuff that I feel like he doesn't let go. But eventually, I guess he does down the road. So, yeah, cool table. But thanks, man. Thanks, I appreciate that. Yeah, it was. I went to the show, and I actually, I was talking to Nick about this. I drained my PayPal account and just put it all in my bank account because I didn't want to spend any money.
You were hiding it from yourself?
I was hiding it from myself. Yeah. And then I go to the show, and I see all this stuff, and I'm like,
Then you went to the ATM?
Right, yep, pretty much, yeah. So then, there I was, spending all my money anyway. Didn't hide it as well as I needed to.
I know that feeling. Yeah, I commit every time. Heather, I'm not spending any money here at all, I promise. And then it's like, honey, can you go to the ATM? We need,
Yeah. So about that ATM.
Oh, man. Yeah, some other people throwing in some stuff over here. Let's see, Small Town got a G Stripe that's locking. That's good.
Yeah, yeah. G Stripe stuff, man. That's cool. I saw
Yeah.
that Tom Harbin, I think, has on Morph Market a G Stripe Clown up for sale. That thing's
Mm.
wicked looking. Um, what's going on, Brian? Good to have you here.
Yeah, Mr. Cusco. What's up, dude?
Yeah, Porter has a really nice Super Gravel Het Pied. I think he's keeping it now, actually. Um,
Oh, he had it for sale at the show.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Those dude, it's crazy, the gravel project, like when you get like the super gravels and stuff like that, I mean the price is so high. And I get it. I get why the price is so high because it guarantees that you have the gravel, and the gravel is, I feel like a little more sought after than the yellow belly. Um, but it's tough too to rationalize some of those high prices just because it is just a Kodam. So it's like a weird area. I feel like the super gravels are in right now where they're worth it, but it's hard at the same time. I feel like to
Yeah, so what's your opinion on that? Like, what do you see the future, 6 months, year, couple years out type of deal?
Yeah, I think I think this. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think just with anything else, it's gonna work wonders if it's in a recessive. But I think even I haven't looked at the exact prices, but I think just a super gravel without any recessives linked to it on Morph Market, I think is like $1,500, $2,000 or something like that right now. So that's a really expensive price tag. You get a lot from it, obviously, because gravels are awesome, and the super version, dude, the super gravels, I feel like is like probably one of the coolest supers out there. Like I actually don't
Yeah,
know if I like a super more than the super gravels. Super asphalts obviously are pretty
kind of
close as
synonymous.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Um, but yeah, I don't know, man. I'd like to say I think it'll retain its value just because I feel like I guess the only reason it's retaining its value so much is because it guarantees it. Instead of doing the pos yellow belly pos gravel thing that everybody has to do, you get it. So yeah, it's tough, man. I think the prices are probably going to come down because obviously it is a Kodam. But we'll see, man. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, so I mean, interesting points you bring up, right? Because it has a very strong appearing super, you
Yeah.
know. The normal base form is nearly impossible to tell the difference between it and Yellow Belly, right?
Right.
Which maybe throws a little shade on the morph, but
Right.
but the super makes it like wow, like really, really worth it. You know what
Right.
I
Right. I agree. Yeah, and like all time saying is he likes the super gravels better than the highways. And dude, I love the highways. I absolutely love the highways. But I will say a 1,000 gram super gravel looks a lot better than a 1,000 gram highway. So there can't be anything like that either. So they age well, they look cool. There hasn't been a ton done with the super version, and there really hasn't been a ton done. I feel like with gravels in general, but the supers, like, can you imagine a super gravel clown, dude? That's gonna be so cool, man. That's gonna be so cool, and I'm sure Justin will show it tomorrow. But
right?
you know,
Not-
there's
it's like
that.
five of them. Here you go, Joel.
Yeah,
Five.
exactly. Yeah. So whatever.
No, but I agree with you, and two, like nothing against Yellow Belly, right? But it's been around a while. Its
Yeah.
super form produces a very white snake. I mean, until you add, some other ingredients,
Yep.
leopard, for example, kind of brings out some color. But even that, whereas like the asphalt and gravels, their super forms are very colorful,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and yeah. So I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting, kind of see where the market takes those in the next year or so. I don't know.
Right. I agree. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Octavio's saying like Super Gravel Ultramal, dude, that would be crazy, crazy. Highway Ultramel would be obviously pretty wild too. I really like that complex though. I think it's really cool. And like Justin was saying forever ago in one of our interviews, it's pretty cool that every so often you get these genes that pull you out. You know, like you were saying, like we have our super yellow belly is a white snake. Well, now we have gravel, and we can pull out that white snake with gravel and make highways. And the same thing with super fires. Well, now we have vanilla, and you can put that super fire to a vanilla, and we get screams. You know, so I really
Right.
like that whole complex like that, like the act like supers or whatever they are. I think they're so unique.
Yeah.
You never get a normal with them. So I don't know. I think it's cool, man, for sure.
I agree, man. Like, yeah, I totally agree with all that. I think the super form's where it's at, and then if you're working out of a white snake, you're bringing color in, all the better. It's kind of funny. Like the tides change. 10 years ago, the Holy Grail were like white snakes. You know what I mean? 10, 15 years ago.
Right.
Now, nobody wants to produce a white snake anymore. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because we
Right.
want to see what's in it and all of that.
Yeah.
So,
Everybody wants pattern and all this stuff.
pattern. Yeah. So it's fun to kind of see how people's tastes influence the market, and then how you could take something that's kind of ivory's been around for a while. Well, bam, you throw asphalt or gravel. Man, highways are amazing. So
Dude,
it's fun
yeah,
stuff as it.
yeah,
Yeah,
dude, it's so
like
cool, man. So I don't know, it's cool. It's a cool project. I've considered. Can you guys hear Phoenix when he yells? Just a quick
I
question.
I mean I heard that last one. Yeah, when he.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I've almost wondered if you guys can hear him when he loses it. But yeah, I've almost considered trying to completely weed out yellow belly and just work with gravels. Um, but I think yellow belly is still necessary to have. I think it's still a really cool gene to have in a lot of different combos. So
Yeah, I think so too. And the more people are working with asphalt and gravel, I think we'll see how it interacts with other morphs. We've gotten a lot of good examples from Yellow Belly. It really brings in some color that's awesome. You
yeah,
know what I mean? And some contrast and some stuff like that. So
yeah,
it'll be interesting if gravel and asphalt have those similar impacts all the way through the gene pool out
yeah,
there. Uh,
yeah, definitely.
but like you said, I think yellow belly will always be relevant, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah.
Those
It's
staples.
yeah, and it's funny too. Like Doc's Deep South Constrictors was just saying, hit in the grand scheme, hitting a super is like hitting a recessive, and it completely is.
Oh yeah,
And I think that's something cool to consider when you're buying some of these codoms is what the super looks like, because that brings that adds just one more layer to your projects. Just having that ability to have not just a white snake like a lot of the bell complexes, even the yellow bell like we're talking about, fire,
mm,
but getting that super. Dude, that just added 3 more years to your project to add value to it. So I
yeah,
love the super stuff. I think it's a little overlooked right now on how impressive it can be, especially when you mix that in with recessives.
right. Yeah, I agree. It's funny. So like all time was saying like don't get rid of yellow belly completely, but like I understand what you're saying because I was thinking about it the same way of pointing more towards gravel and asphalt
Hmm.
when I'm interested in adding yellow belly in. But I don't know if that's the right decision, right? You know
Right,
what I
right.
mean? It's like there's some, I don't know, yellow belly just does some amazing things. So,
Dude,
uh,
orange dream yellow bellies are so pretty.
oh,
So it's
dude,
like just that
it's
combo,
like
OD yellow belly, dude. It's
that's
like
what
a
KY was
staple.
just saying. Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's yeah, KY, yeah, OD yellow belly, dude, so pretty, so freaking pretty. Yellow belly, black pastel, dude, love that. I love that combo. Um, anything that's like bringing out that like the brightness and the like the oranges and stuff like that, and like the darker morphs, I think is really cool.
me too. Yeah, I love it. Yeah. Well, alrighty. Well, anybody that's joined in the last like 15 minutes or so to re-announce who we have on next week, which Joel and I are super excited about. It's 514 Reptiles, man. Khalil is going to be on next week. It's going to be a great show. He's one of our northern brethren of reptile keepers.
Northern reptile brethren. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Excited. It's going to be a good show. Y'all have to be there to check that out and share it all over the place. Let everybody know that he's going to be on. I think this will be his first interview. And I have heard there is a rumor that he will be doing a YouTube channel soon. So maybe we can harass him a little more about that and get that on the ground running.
And by harassing, we mean positive support.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Very positive. Very positive. Yep. Very positive.
Death threats, things like that.
Absolutely. Anything to really get him going positively.
Positively.
You know? Yeah, martial law is his lace projects. Dude, I really like lace. I think that's cool. That's a cool project. And it works like a recessive, in my opinion, too, man. The super laces, dude, they're crazy. They're crazy.
Yeah, definitely. I can't wait to see more lace stuff. So, Marshall, I'm anticipating that. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Well, alrighty, man. I don't want to keep everybody too long. So
yeah, we broke the ceiling on our probably longest you and I rant. So we appreciate everybody for hanging out. I mean, it's been a while, dude. We're excited. Excited for this new season. We're trying to step up our game a little bit. Competition has increased, so we need to increase our presence a little bit. So expect some cooler things from us in the very near future. We're excited for what's coming up.
Yeah, much cooler. Cooler stuff.
Yeah, way more cool.
Way more cool.
Way more most cool.
Yeah. And then, actually, and I built a new computer. Can't wait to show you guys too. Maybe next week I'll be set up and you guys get.
Yeah, Adam has built a new computer just for this channel. So thing has water running through it. Like that doesn't even make sense to me. So
and fancy lights that I don't know what they do, but they look cool. So.
That's all that matters. We're all about cool. That's our theme this season. Is just cool. We're just doing cool stuff.
It's like the spoiler on like the Corolla. You're like, dude, like
it looks cool though, right?
All righty, everybody.
Yeah, take it easy. I'll see you next Wednesday.
Yep. See you next Wednesday.
See you guys. Later.